All right. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, 8 a.m. Time for some recovery yoga. Recover from everything that we did this weekend and get back to it. There's my alarm. All right. Woo! Yeah. All right. So today's sequence does involve some yin longer poses, holds, and a little bit of some slow flow for recovery. So we're not going to be moving real quick this morning, but we are going to stretch out as much stuff as we can get through. And it's kind of a long set, so I don't know if we'll make it through in the half an hour. Okay, and then my watch is being weird. Okay, let me get this started. All righty, so you'll need your strap for the first part of this. We've got some nice leg stretches. So grab that strap, and let's start with the right foot today. We're just gonna pull the right foot up and stretch that hamstring. Don't pull it up too far. Just ease into the pose. Take some time and let that hamstring loosen up a little bit. Make sure you've got your sit bone, your back on the floor, not raised up. Ooh. And a bit of sneeze. Excuse me. That's how you know this is live? Not Memorex. A few more breaths here. And just let that sink in. And let's take it to the other foot. Other side. Stretch that right foot way out. Let's get that left foot in the strap. And just begin to feel some looseness. Work through that residual tightness from everything that we did this weekend. And let it loosen up. Just relax into it. Two more breaths here. Awesome. Let's take it back to the right foot. We'll be switching a lot today. A little extra warming up. Then we're going to take that foot across the body. Start opening up the hip. This is a really good stretch for the outside of the hip flexor, the IT band. You can feel your hip just opening up. Ooh. My back's even gonna crack, I can feel it. Woo. And let's bring that in. Let's do the other side. Sometimes we do these all on the same side at the same time. Today we're doing them individually. Oh. Bring that other foot across. And let's stretch it until you feel the resistance. Stick with it. Obviously for this one, your hip of the foot you've got across is going to come up off the mat. Feel that deep stretch in the hip, IT band, and still some in the hamstring. Perfect. And let's switch back to the right. The strap is coming undone. And let's take that foot to the side. Now you should have both sides of your back, your lower back glued to the mat. You can have it, bring this up here or right here, wherever's your tension moment. And let's switch feet. Bring that back in. And right leg extended, and left leg out. And just release that inner thigh. And release. Whew. Coming up to the top here. We're going to turn over, and our next pose is pigeon. So let's do pigeon on the right. Bring your knee to the top of the mat, and only go as deep as you'd like. You can stay right here. You just feel that nice stretch in the inner thighs, and actually on the quads of the opposite leg. Relax into it. Bring it down here if you like. That feels good. Whew. And let's switch it to the other side. Let's move through down dog. Oh. And bring the other leg up. And get comfortable. Very nice. Let's unwind and come to seated. Whew. Let's stack those ankles on the knees. Let's do right foot on top first. Keep track of this. Right leg first. And just reach forward. Stretching out that lower back. Keep your sit bones flat on the mat, connected to the mat. And let's reverse those legs. Left knee on top, left foot on top. Stack those knees and ankles. And you reach forward. Oh yeah, that one's a little tighter. Feeling some resistance in that hip. Breathe into it. And release. Let's stack those knees. And if you like, you can do an arm bind. Put those arms behind. Grab those fingertips. Nice upper body stretch at the same time that we do the hip here. Move forward just a little bit to feel an extended stretch in the hip. Your right hip you should feel it in your right hip right now. And release. Let's switch it up. I feel like I've got a little cramp coming in my calf. Not sure what that's all about. I guess I need to drink some more water. And try your bind on the other side with your arms. This side's a little too tight for me today. I'm not quite getting the fingers touching in the back, but just give it a shot. Lean forward just a little bit. And release. Whew. Coming into down dog. Stretch it up. Chest to the mat. Remember, it doesn't matter if your legs are straight or not. Just try and pedal those heels to the ground as best you can. It's the act of trying and progress. Woo. And release. Come to standing. Keep your head down and then forward fold. Again, it doesn't matter if your legs are straight or bent. Usually as I warm up, my legs can go straight, a little bit straighter. And we get all those muscles and ligaments taken care of. Whew. And proceeding, keep your head down. Proceed through the wide leg fold. We're gonna bring our hands to the floor, walk it out. If you can bring your head to the floor, that's awesome. This is the beginning of a headstand. Come up slowly. Whew. And we're down. Bring it down into child's pose for just a moment. And relax that lower back. Let's go back up into our down dog. Pedal those feet a little bit more. I think I added a child's pose in there. That's all good. Whew. And drop to our knees. We're on our back. And let's stretch out that lower back the other direction. Reach your pelvis toward the sky, bridge pose. Lock your arms underneath. Or grab onto your ankles. The two, grab your ankles. Just a few breaths here. And release. And now we've got the two inversions. We've got our plow pose. If you can get into this pose, great. If not, stay in bridge. Let me see if I can get it today. Plow. There we go. You can bend your knees. Eventually my feet will touch the ground with this one. Lower body inversion. And then we'll just take that into a shoulder stand. And just straighten the legs as best you can. And release slowly. Ooh. Yeah, and coming down. Whew. Now normally we would do that one twice. We do that little sequence twice, but I think we're already running out of time. So we're just gonna do it once for today, that sequence. Normally we would do the forward fold, wide leg fold to child's pose, down dog, bridge, plow pose, and shoulder twice. We're running out of time, so we'll just move along. The lotus pose. We're gonna do our right foot on top first. And this one is about breathing, especially after those stands, the shoulder stand and the plow. You wanna make sure that you get your breathing back under control. Those are intense poses, more active poses. So we're gonna bring our foot in, half lotus, and just breathe for a minute. And let's switch those feet. Half lotus on the other side, or full lotus if you like that. Continue breathing. And release. Whew. Let's take it back through down dog. We're going to come into our runner's lunge. With a drop knee. Get into this pose here. There we go. Nice and comfy. And whoop. And raise those arms. It's a good runner's lunge, and or it's also called crescent lunge. You feel that right in through here. And release. Through down dog. And the other side. There we go. Find that balance point. Whew. And stretch out that other quad. Whew. And release through down dog. And we're standing. Bring your feet to the center of the mat. I have to actually go on the hard floor for this one. Tree pose. So find your balance in your left leg, and then pull your right leg up to whatever works for you. And release to center. Find that balance in the other foot. And bring the left leg up. And release. Whew. Let's take our side angle to the right. Feel it stretch all down that left side body. Whew. Windmill through to the other side. Whew. Balance is crap today. Here we go. Whew. Some days are like that. Feel that stretch through your right side body. And release. Whew. Coming to all fours. Let's work out that lower back with some cat-cow. few times each direction. Nice. From here, we're just going to bring the knees in a little closer, stretch our toes out, lean back on our heels. This is a nice toe stretch. Ooh. I often stretch the toes this much. Feels good. And we'll release into our yogi squat. This is a very low squat. Heels up. You can touch the ground or work on your balance. Gotta work on my balance for that sup board. This is also the start of a headstand position, and also a bunch of other foundation poses. Like this one, we lean forward and then lift up the feet. We're getting there. Standing, keep your upper body loose, ragdoll style. Whew. Just hang. Nice. Nice release of the lower back. We're working on kidneys right now, kidney area, this next section. And release back down to our little squat. We're going to do our little yogi squat for a couple more seconds. And release. Let's bring that right foot in and half butterfly. And then just reach forward just a little bit. You're going to feel a stretch in the inner thigh of the left leg. Walk that back up. Let's reverse it. Let's bring the left leg in, right leg straight, and just reaching straight out today over your bent leg. Trying to keep those sit bones locked into place on the mat. Whew. Perfect. And we're going to extend that left leg, bring the right leg over half shoelace. So you can grab that knee, pull it in, move forward, take a little twist. I like the pull, I think, better. It feels good. And let's switch it up. Right leg straight, left leg bent over. Pull on that top leg a little bit. Tiny twist. Excuse me. The lake is escaping from my nose today. I was swimming a little bit yesterday. A little bit of nature in there. All right. And pull back. Nice. And release. Moving to all fours, we're going to do our puppy pose, which is like down dog, only with your knees down. So we're going to extend the chest and bring the forehead all the way to the ground. And release. Nice. Bringing it down into our Sphinx or Cobra. Sphinx, your forearms are touching the ground, or you can bring it up to Cobra. It's a little bit deeper for Cobra, but you can still keep your Cobra down here too. Today you have your choice. Sphinx. Sphinx feels good. Let's bring it up just a little bit. Let's get back to this one. Bring those arms straight out, which is seal pose, kind of in the middle. And release. Rolling over, we're going to do our fish pose. We're going to work that back the opposite direction. Fish pose. We got to get our head up and our elbows down. So top of the head. And there we go. Whew. And release slowly. Release the head to the floor. Now we've got a little bit of a twist. Bring your right knee over, small twist, and then grab your foot with the other hand. Ooh, so we get the quad with one foot and the hip on the other. So concentrating on the kidney area. And release slowly. Take it to the other side. Left leg over, and then right leg. Grab that foot if you can. The other arm. Whew. That nice stretch in the quad, the bottom leg. Nice stretch on the IT band and the hip area with the other foot, the other leg. And release. Let's straighten out that back. And let's add in a little bit of a lower back massage here. Just grab both your knees, roll back and forth, massaging that lower back. Whew. Taking that right leg out. Left leg out. Your other right. And the opposite leg. And let's roll one more time. And release both legs. Woo, long and straight. Point those toes. Arms overhead. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh. And release your arms to the sides. Make sure your whole back is glued to the mat. Let your feet fall. And just relax for a minute. And bring your awareness back into your fingers and toes. Rolling. A little bit of activity back in. Oh. Roll the knees to one side. Come to a seated position. Whew. Whew. There we go. And we are done. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you on Wednesday for core.
Let me turn off the recording here quick.